Hi everyone, welcome. If you can hear me, let me know you can hear me. Welcome. Good evening. Good evening, everybody.
Yeah, guys.
Welcome, guys. If you can hear me, let me know you can hear me.
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, thank you for that. Good evening. I believe I'm audible enough, right?
Yes, you are audible.
All right. Good evening, everybody. Welcome. Welcome to the Retiree webinar. It's actually a 5-day webinar. Today is day 1, so it's a long ride. Welcome. So welcome, everybody. Welcome. Okay. So if you're just joining, you can just let me know where you're joining us from. So your name and where you're joining us from. Let's quickly have that as we proceed. All right, so we are going to be talking about how to start small and profitable. If you are joining any of our webinars for the first time or you are seeing me for the first time, my name is Opeyemi Adesina, and I'm the CEO of Adesina. I'm happy you joined us. I'm happy to have you here, and I'm sure that your time will be worth it this evening. Welcome. I can see Faith, I can see Dimeji, I can see Barry, Grace, Olariwaju, Belumi, Victor. I believe more people are also going to join, definitely. So, welcome everybody. Dimeji. Hi, Dimeji. It's been a while. Yeah, welcome everybody. Welcome. So, Gucci Grace. Grace is from where? All right. Welcome everybody. Welcome. You're welcome. All right. So we're going to be talking about something very practical this evening. I'm very sure, I think I've seen about 2, 3, 4 realtors on this session already. And by the way, let me give a brief shout out. I don't normally really watch people's statuses, but I've been watching what's his name again? Awodia something. Okay, Pelumi Awodia, yeah. I've been quite watching your status and yeah, solid content. Well done, sir. So welcome, and I can see Abisola also. Good evening, Abisola. Welcome. All right. We're getting right into it. I'm just waiting for more people to join. Ooh, okay. So you can actually take a few minutes to also share on your probably WhatsApp. We're also live on YouTube. Right? We're also live on YouTube. So if you have people who don't want to join via Zoom, they can actually join on YouTube. And what we're talking about is simple. We're talking about how to start small and profitable with real estate investing. If you are joining for the first time, for those who are just joining, my name is Opeyemi Adesina. I'm the founder and CEO of Adesina John, and I'll be the facilitator for today. Along the line, we might be having someone join, but right now it's just with me. And this session is going to be as practical as possible, right? And I believe that we're going to learn so much, especially if you've been asking this question: how do I get started? How do I start small? How do I also put my skin in the game, right? How do I just want to do this? I get messages a lot like, boss, I also want to do real estate, but I'm still working, I'm still trying to make money, I'll come and join you soon. And I just smile, I just laugh basically. And some things I'll be sharing tonight might be sort of, should I say, industry secrets, but not necessarily secrets, right? And well, you can call it secret and you might not, but I believe it's something that everybody should know. That is, if you really are interested in real estate investing, right? It's something you would want to know. Please mute yourself so that we can have a very clean audio. Please mute yourself, right? So we can have a very clean audio. All right, so good evening, everybody, once again. My name is Opeyemi Adesina, like I introduced earlier, and today we'll be talking about how to start small and profitable with real estate investing. It's a 5 days webinar series. It's going to run from today to Friday. That's from Monday to Friday, 8 p.m. every single day. We'll be joining together here on Zoom and also live on YouTube. So currently we are live on YouTube. So you can simply also watch there for those who might not be able to join on Zoom, right? And basically, I like to give a background to everything I discuss, right? Especially in my webinars. And the simple background to today's session will be that there are a lot of assumptions and theories that when it comes to real estate investing that I necessarily don't believe in, or don't agree with. It doesn't mean that they are entirely wrong, right? Let's be clear. It doesn't mean that these things are outrightly wrong. They can actually be right in certain contexts, and they can actually be right in a lot of contexts. But the fact that they are being generalized or they now become like popular opinion are why I don't agree with them, right? So these are the things that we'll be really discussing through this 5-day series. And I believe that, you see, the goal of this webinar is that at the end of the 5-day series, you know how to get started. I don't care if you are, even if you are unemployed. That's how simple I'm going to be breaking these things down. And it's going to be we shouldn't be spending more than 30 minutes, right, on the session every single day. It shouldn't exceed 30 minutes, right? Because I want to really, in fact, probably 20 minutes. I don't believe in lengthening things unnecessarily, right? So basically, how to get started small and profitable, how to start small and profitable with real estate investing is the topic, right? So let me take it from scratch so that we can just understand and build with me. Real estate simply means acquiring tangible assets like land, housing units. I believe you know that some machineries also could be real estate, right? Some heavy equipment could be real estate. But for the sake of this webinar, I'm just going to contextualize it just to land and housing units, right? For either to resell for profit or for rental income. I think that's basically, some people just store it there for you to appreciate and resell, but that's still reselling later. So there are two basic goals you want to do with real estate. Either you want to buy now and hold and sell. This is where land banking comes in, right? Or you want to buy a particular piece of property and get rental income from them. That's also amazing. By the way, you can get rental income from land too. That is if you lease the land to probably farmers, to probably someone who wants to build a tent on it for certain purposes. So it's either you are buying something to resell it for higher profits, or you are buying to be giving you rental cash flow. That's real estate. That's real estate for you, right? However, the general thing is that, if I want to, kindly mute yourself, please. Kindly mute yourself as you're joining. Kindly mute yourself. All right, thank you. So the general thing would be that, I want to get into real estate. I want to start getting rental cash flow, right? An average 2-bedroom right now in Lagos is going for probably 35 million naira. Where do I get 35 million naira? You can drop initial deposit of probably 10 million naira and spread. Where do I get the 10 million naira? Or some say you can drop 5 million naira. Where do I get 5 million naira? Right? Okay, I want to buy land. Right? I want to buy land. Okay, this land is selling for 5 million naira, but you can start with 1 million naira. Or you can even get land that you can drop. I think I've been seeing something around 200K, 100K recently. But the thing is that there are two ideologies that we'll be checking in this session. First is you need a lot of money to start real estate. Second is if you want to start small, you have to be humble enough to buy probably a big bush and wait for some years and decades before you can make profits. These are the two ideologies we'll be checking out, right? So are these entirely true, or are there ways you can also start small and profitable? You see, the background to all these things, right? The foundation to having an accurate answer to this particular question is actually you knowing what you want. You knowing what you want. You see, if you are someone, there was a video I did sometime that I said, if all you look for in an investment is return on investment alone, you are likely to make a lot of bad investments. If all you are saddled with, if all you are looking for is how many percent is it going to give me? How many this? If all you are looking out for is return on investment, you are going to fall victim of Ponzi schemes. You are going to fall victim of scams. My first investment ever in my life was scam. The person, I can't even believe I fell for that thing. The person told me to invest $50. As at then, $50 was 18,000 naira. That I should invest $50, and the next day, 48 hours, 24 hours, he's going to give me $100. He said he was investing it in, is it money market or something? I can't remember anymore. So I sent, that was the same day I got my first salary, my salary as an intern rather. I got my first salary as an intern, then sent him, my salary then was I think 20,000 naira, that was 2015, 2016. 2016. My salary was 20,000 naira, I sent him 80,000 naira, thinking that tomorrow I'll be a baller, shut down, right? Well, the second day I called him, he was on Instagram, his name was Mr. Jacob the Trader, that was his name. So second day, I texted him on Instagram, was like, they've sent the money, but it's hanging somewhere. So they need more money to clear it so that it can. So he said, if I send another $50.
How we don't release money from
mute yourself. Please mute yourself. Please mute yourself. So he said the money is hanging somewhere, that if I send another $50, they will use to clear my money, and then instead of me collecting $100, plus another $100. So instead of me collecting $200, they will now give me $250. So calculate together. So I was like, okay. And I've reached that border before then. So I know investment involves risk. The higher the risk, the higher the returns. So in my head, I was like, okay, this is higher risk. That means I'm expecting higher return. To me, then, I thought risk and return means the higher the risk you take, the higher the return you get. Like, it's guaranteed. Not knowing that the higher risk means that the higher the risk of you losing your money too. By the way, what I was doing was not even taking a risk. It was, total foolishness, right? So what I'm trying to bring out is that the only thing that I was looking for in that investment was return on investment. I didn't care to know what he was putting my money into. I didn't care to know how he was investing. I didn't care to know who he is. How will you tell me you are in? I think he said he was in Australia or Austria or Canada. I can't remember anymore. But I was sending money to Access Bank in Nigeria. So I didn't even ask questions because I was just clouded with the return on investment. So in the same light, you want to start your real estate journey. You first need to put aside what you want to get out of it, right? First, define your goal. Not necessarily what this particular property will offer you. Define your goal generally for real estate investing, right? So it's not about if I buy this land, I will be able to sell it for 5 times in future. The goal is me coming into the world of real estate. Generally, what do I hope to achieve? You see, there's something I used to say, and I call it the 1% investing, right? It's that I take cues from the principles and strategies of people that are successful in from different sectors, both individuals and corporations. These people don't just invest like they are gambling. They don't just put money here, put money here, put money here. This is what a lot of people do. And that's what a lot of brokers advertise. Because let's balance it. This is a very, very truthful session, right? It's the fact that real estate is a good investment. I get the fact that you want to get land, you see, stop investing like people that are just buying. Let me take that again. There are some people that are already rich. They are just acquiring property, whether for their children or just for rainy day fund, or they have the money, they are just buying it because they just want to buy property there, in case, probably emergency fund sometime. For example, I learned Femi Adebayo sold some of the properties to produce Jabu Jabu. He didn't buy the property for probably trying to build something. It was that I have money, I saw a good deal, let me just acquire it and put it there. In case I will need some money, I will be able to sell it. That is his own goal. So you that you're trying to invest in real estate, to get something, you need to have your own specific goals. That's why I said it's not just, oh, we are launching a new estate, come and buy. Another person is launching a new estate, come and buy. You don't just jump here. There's something must tie all your investment decisions together. There must be a central goal. If you already have your money, right? You're looking for just any good deal. That's fine. That's why I used to say that buying real estate is different from investing in real estate. They are two different things. They might look like they give the same result, but they are two different things. You must always remember that. Buying real estate, just shopping. Some people are just shopping. Some people want to invest. You can't be investing like you are shopping. So you must understand that. You must always have that at the back of your mind. That when it comes to investing, there have to be a central goal. It's just like you want to put money in a business. There's something you saw in that business. For example, the fact that you want to go into food business, That does not mean you just go into any food business. That does not mean that any food business cannot thrive. Some people are selling ewagoni and they are making it. Some people are selling amala, they are making it. Some people are selling rice, they are making it. Some people are selling shawarma, they are making it. You also want to go into food business. That does not mean just jump into shawarma business. The same way, if I want to go into real estate investing, every estate, every company might be doing, it's not that they are bad, it's not that they are doing anything scams, but that still does not mean that I should buy with them. I only buy where my goals align with what the company is building, right? So not every offer you see outside, not every good offer is good for you. So when it first comes to you wanting to start, before you even think of starting small, you wanting to start at all, what's your goal? What's your goal? Okay, are you trying to build streams of passive income? Right? There was an example I gave some time ago, and I would like to just give it again. And the example is that you currently earn 200,000 naira as a salary, and you are hoping to build passive income. That means that probably you are hoping to, let's say, there's this concept to this webinar is called Retire Early Webinar. So you are 20, let's say you are 25, right? You want to retire in the next 15 years, that is 40, right? Now, you want to retire with, let's say, 100 million naira in assets. Or let me even bring it down. Let's say 10 million naira in assets. And you want that asset to be giving you, let's say, 1 million naira in annual income, passive income, right? That means you want to acquire a piece of property. Let me be realistic a little bit. Let's say 50 million naira, right? Or let's say 60 million naira. I think that's not realistic. Let's say you want to have 60 million naira in assets by the time you retire in the next 15 years. And you want that 60 million naira property to be giving you, what's it called? Let's say 10% annual yield. Let's say that's 6 million naira annually. So that means in the next 15 years, you want to be getting 6 million naira annually, passive income, and have 60 million naira in assets. That is, and that let's say that will buy you 2 units of 2-bedroom apartments. So you are like, in the next 15 years, I want to have 2 units of 2-bedroom apartments on rental, giving me 6 million naira every year. That's your goal, right? That's your goal. That's just a case. So that's an example. That means what I'm working on is acquiring a 60 million naira unit of apartments in the next 15 years. Today, all I have, probably I'm earning 250,000 naira monthly salary. You can break it down into 5 years period, right? So that's 3 phases. What do I buy now? For example, if I'm putting myself as an example now, can I buy a piece of land now? Let's say I can, let's use this principle of 60-40. I think I got that from, I try to make reference so I don't quote somebody else intellectual materials. I think it's from Grant Cardone, that you store 60% of cash and then you live on 40%. So let's say you store 60% of 250,000 naira. That is about 140,000 thereabouts. So let's say you start storing that January to December. So how much would that be? Someone should do that math for us. Someone should do that math for us. So who can do that math for us? 60% of 250,000 naira from January to December. How much would that give you? Right? Because we need to do all this math so that we really know that real estate is not just you earn your salary, and someone say, do you know that you can drop 100,000 for this property and spend for 6 months, and you just remove 100,000 from your salary without having any goals, and you just drop to that property? Did you buy something valuable? Yes, but are you investing wisely? No. You see, so before you even talk about starting small, you must know what the overarching goal is. Okay, so that's 1,680,000 naira. 1,680,000 naira times 12. So that is 2,016,000 naira. So you know that in a year, you can invest 2,016,000 naira. So what you are looking for, it's either, now let me give you 2 things. Is either a land you can buy for 2 million naira now, resell for 10 million naira in 5 years. Look at me. Now, use that 10 million naira in 5 years to drop an initial deposit for a 2-bedroom apartment of 30 million naira. And in that 5 years, you know, your income would have increased. Do you see how your decision now? So if you are looking for a land now, you are not looking for one land that does not have a future in 5 years, or that you cannot guarantee the future in 5 years. because you know you are working with the timeline. So if the investor, if the developer you are investing with is not showing signs of you are starting development now, or you see the location and you know that this location is not ripe for early development and would not give me what I want in 5 years, then you know that property is not for you. Does that mean that property is a bad property? No. But is that property good for you? No. So the property is a good offer, but it's not a good offer for you because it does not align with your goal. So the question is not first, oh, what property do I buy? The question first is, what's my goal? You see, and let me just tell you the secret. The principle of investing is not specific to any investment vehicle. Once you understand investing, you can apply the principle investing in real estate, investing in stocks, investing in mutual funds, or anything. So what I'm telling you right now is not just real estate investing principle. It's actually principle of investing, just applied to real estate. So once you understand it, you can apply it anywhere. So you say that now, I know that, okay, this is what I'm up against. In 5 years time, I want to drop 10 million naira for a piece of property that I can easily, that would now be able to. So by then, I know that what I just need to do is that I still have 10 years. So even before that 15 years, I can have more than 2 units that I was aiming at before. Are you getting that? So what I now do is I'm looking for a land that in the next 5 years I can sell for ×5 what I bought it for. Now, this is now what now happens. If you now look at this land might be hard. What you can now do, right? That's I said, we might be giving some insider secrets on this call. What you can now do is find an active player in the game, right? You see, there's something I used to say, and you should listen to this what I'm about to say very well. Passive income requires active structures. Passive income requires active structures. So many people want to build passive income passively. It's not possible. And let's see, even when you build a business system, right? And for example, you invest in McDonald's, right? You want to invest in the chain of McDonald's. Before that business will start giving you money or will start giving you dividends without you having to do anything, you must have trained the staff. You must have set up the business. You must have actively set it up for it to not start giving passive income structure. So you don't just, permit me to say, nobody becomes a millionaire at anything by doing that thing passive. Nobody becomes a millionaire. I've seen, forget stories that you've seen of, I bought this land for this amount of money, I sold it for this amount of money. I'm not saying it's a lie, right? I'm not saying it's a lie, but I'm saying that, how do I say it in the most comprehensive way that you would understand, is that I can buy a land now, right? For, let's say, I work for, how do I put it now? Let's say I work, I save up, and then probably I bought a land 5 million naira, right? And then I continue to just work and work. In the next 20 years, right? I now sold that land for, let's say, 15 million naira. The land gave me money, right? It was profitable, right? That's a profitable investment, right? That's a profitable venture. I bought it cheap, I sold it high. But did that deal, how do I put it? Okay, I think this is what solves it. Having a millionaire does not make a millionaire. So if I bought the land 5 million, I sold it for 20 million naira. Selling it for 20 million naira does not make me a millionaire. Right? Because it depends on what I'm now about to use that fund. What I'm trying to say is that even when you bought the land, right? Even the land that appreciated in value, there were some activities that made it appreciate in value. So I'm saying, if you truly choose real estate investing as your own path, that is, I want to really become a millionaire with real estate investment, it needs your active participation for you to now set structures for it to now be able to give you passive income. So it's either you now do it yourself or you partner with someone who is actively doing it. So when it comes to starting small, like you said, for example, you have 100,000 naira, you have 200,000 naira, you have 50,000 naira. I would say this in two ways, and this is where we'll wrap up. Firstly, is that Is there a way you can actually increase your earning power still with real estate? So, for example, you have 100,000 naira, right, to invest. Instead of you just going to drop an initial deposit for a land, that obviously for you buying that land for 100,000 naira, I'm not trying to downplay anything. I'm also selling land, but for you to drop 100,000 for any land, probably the land is selling for probably 500,000 naira or less, right? That land is for land banking, and that means you are not looking at land in the next 5 years, probably not in the next 10 years. That's the truth, right? It's going to appreciate in value, you just don't know when. Now, but if you are looking at starting small and starting profitable, that means you want to put money there, yet you want to get short-term gains. What you need to do is to find a way you can also be active. You cannot do passive income with starting small. You guys just said you cannot do passive income with starting small. Warren Buffett said he started investing at the age of 7, at the age of 11. But that is all they tell you. They did not tell you that he was never a profitable investor until he was in his 30s. Is it 30s or his early 20s? I can't remember again. What I'm trying to say is that they keep telling you that Warren Buffett bought his first stock at 11. But Warren Buffett himself told us in countless interviews that he never made any profit from stock investing until decades after. So what was he doing at the early stage? Actively learning. I think he said it was 11 years after he has been investing in stocks, learning everything about stocks, that he read The Intelligent Investor. And that was what changed his game. What I'm trying to say is that you might see him just, and okay, let me go also use this as an example also. Why did Warren Buffett wait for almost a decade before he bought shares of Apple? He was studying, actively studying. But after he now bought 6% of Apple, you people now say he's getting passive income. But that passive income is took years of actively studying what he wants to invest in, actively understanding, doing everything to ensure it was a good investment. But you just want to find a property, wake up and just drop more money, and the next day it's making you a millionaire. It doesn't work that way. So every passive income requires active structures. Active structures. So what you want to do is, okay, I have this 100K, I have this 200K, right? What I'm going to be sharing is not how you can, this is not to, okay, I don't even think that's necessary to say. But what I'm trying to say is that I'm not going to tell you that, okay, go and sell a property to increase your earning income. You can sell properties, it's good, right? But I'm saying when it comes to investing, what you can do is find someone who is investing in a property, right? For example, a developer who is buying, who you actively study that you can trust. I tell people every time, and it sounds somehow when I say it, that I say something sound and say something smart, and you think this guy knows what he's saying. He's still not a sign you should invest with me. Do your due diligence, study. If you know someone who has bought land from me before, ask the person, how was it? You have a site, can you take me there? Let's go. Let's see whether people come and fight us or not. What's your document? Can I see? So I'm saying, before you even partner with any developer, make sure you've done your due diligence. You trust the person, right? You trust the person. Now, what you can now do is, you are buying property in bulk, right? You are going to be reselling at a profit. Can I join you? Take my money. Developers need money. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything for you. That's why you are seeing a lot of something vest. This one vest, that one vest. It's all to raise funds. It's not like it's a bad thing. So it's not anything. Even private companies raise investors. Everybody's raising investors. So we need money also to develop, right? So I'm saying, but for your own good, partner with them, give them the money to invest, right? At a return. Right? So once you are getting that return, instead of you now collecting that return on investment, right? Can you cycle it? When I mean cycle it is that as the returns is coming, find I want to make this as simple as possible. Right? I want to make this as very simple as possible. You've defined your goal. You now know what you earn. You know what you can spend, right? That's why I get the case study of the person earning 250,000 naira in a year, and he's scoring 60% for 12 months and can have 2 million naira to invest in property, right? That you are going to be looking for a land you can buy and flip in 5 years. In 5 years at that's 500%, right? In 5 years. Now, for you also starting small, what you are looking for is not a land that you buy for 100K and will give you 1 million naira in 1 year. Remember, it is start small and profitable, not get rich quick. Profitable means is profitable. That means something increase on your money. That's what profitable means. It is now you that we now learn that how do you see. I think the simple truth is the higher your capital, the higher your returns. Can we just settle that first? The higher your capital, the higher your returns. You cannot put 100,000 in a property and someone is putting 10 million naira and you expect to get the same returns. That's not done. Right? So I saw, this is a very good point. This is a very good place to say what I was saying now. I saw Cardon Capital, one of my investors, post his credit alert. And the amount he got for that month was $83. $83. And I asked myself, how many Nigerian investors? Everybody just wants to eat it big. How many Nigerian investors can be comfortable to say, I'll be getting $83 every month? I was speaking with a guy and I was telling him that, okay, you can invest with us 100,000 naira. In 1 year, you get 125,000 naira, but we divide it to 12 months. That means you're getting about 10,000 something every month. And he's like, that's so smart. I'm like, you are getting 10,000 in passive income. You are not working for it. So you know that you wake up, you don't wake up, you do anything, you don't do anything, you go to work, you don't go to work, you are getting 10,000 something every month. On 100,000 naira that is working for you, that means you are getting 10% yield every month. 10% yield every month on your money. But people just look for, and I think it might be hard to say, but it's just simple greed, or people not just understand how investing works. Right? Inflation is crazy in Nigeria. What's it called now? Naira is also getting devalued. There's a lot of economic factors. No investment is a total shield for economic challenges. It can only be a partial shield. So what am I trying to say? This is the simple truth. I tell people that the fact that a broker told you, or even a developer, so let me name myself also, told you that this land will sell for this amount of money in the future. Until you sell it, that value is not real. Because who determines the price of property is not the seller, it's the buyer. Is how much the buyer is willing to pay that determines the value of the property, not how much the seller is putting on it. That's why you asking price, then you make your offer. So what determines value of property is not, I'm going to sell it for, is how much the person wants to buy is willing to pay. If you like, put the property for 100 million naira. If everybody is coming and they're saying they cannot be more than 5 million naira, what's the value of property? 5 million naira. So the buyer determines the value of the property. You must always understand that. So what am I trying to take out of this is that if you are trying to start small, also know that your profit will be small, right? But you must be contented with growing. So there's something I say that start small, dream big, start small, but grow steady. So don't just get comfortable with the small you are earning, with the small profit you are getting. Make sure you are growing steady. Make sure that passive income you are getting, the cycle you started, repeat it. So for example, you have 100,000 naira to invest. That means 100,000 was the 60% you are storing from your total income, right? So you invest. As you are getting that passive income also, remove 60% again, keep it to the side, right? Remember, your real income is still coming in. How do I make this simple for you? For example, you make 250,000 naira a month, right? So 60% of 250,000 is 168,000 naira. That's the amount you decide to be storing every month. So let's now say you now decide to invest that 168,000 naira, right? Let's say with AAJ. So that is 25%. Let's calculate that. 168,000. So that means you'll be getting give me a minute. That means you're getting about 17,500 naira every month by investing 160,000 naira with AAG. You'll be getting 17,500 every month. Now, what I mean is that, remember, as you invested that first one, you are still going to collect another salary in the second month. right? You remove 60% from that again. You have another 160,000 naira to invest, right? But that month, instead of you getting 200,000 naira from us as income, that month, how much are you getting from your income? You are not getting 250,000 naira plus 17.5 that you are getting in passive income. That means your monthly income has increased to how much? 267,500 naira. So that month, the amount you are putting out is now 60% of 257,500. So that means you now have more money to stop. More money to what? To stop. So then you continue like that. So you can see now that your investment is now increasing. As your investment is increasing, your profit is also increasing. Until you now have that bulk cash that you yourself can now go in on a more solid deal with a higher level of profits. So this is how you can start small and profitable. But it's not that as you now make that, so the next month we give you probably 20,000 in monthly cash flow, and then the next thing you cash out, you think you've cashed out, then you blow it. It starts small and profitable. So that profit, remove 60% again from it, put it again into the investment, another circle. So as you are turning, you are putting, as you are turning, a month to come, you discover that your passive income has exceeded your active income, and that's where financial freedom comes in. But before you get there, you get to a point where you discover that now I have 1 million naira. I'm getting over millions. I'm getting millions every month. Right now, I'm getting millions every month, so I can afford to go and buy a piece of land myself. Right? Or one thing you can even do is get a piece of land. Probably there was something I shared about what my pastor did. He sold his car for about 2.something million. Got a land, cleared it, surveyed it, put banner on it, and sold it at a higher price. Right? And remember what I said, every passive income requires active structures. Every passive income requires active structures. So as you're trying to start off, firstly, this is a recap now. I'm wrapping up. If you have your question, you might start writing them down. This is a recap. Firstly, is your goal. What's my goal? What am I trying to achieve? What timeline am I working towards? Because that determines what kind of property you buy. And like I said, not every good offer is good for you. Right? Once you've established that, the next thing is, what's my income? How many percentage can I stop? How many percentage can I invest every month? And I gave you the Grant Cardone rule. Invest 60, live on 40%. And this is where my concept of staying broke comes in. Like I said, you can be earning money and you are still storing 60%, you are still living on 40%, and people still think you are broke. Meanwhile, they don't know what you are getting, what your assets is looking like. They don't know what your passive income is looking like. But you are not living life to impress anybody. It was my mentor, Dr. Sinaktayo, my former boss, that would often say that poor people spend the money they don't have to impress people that don't care. So you need to be smart. So you invest 60, you stop 40. And so I'm saying that for adventure, you invest like maybe your 60% is about 100,000 naira from your salary. Right? For example, if you invest, I'm using myself as my company as a case study because that's all I know. Right? You invest 100,000 naira with us. You are supposedly getting 125,000 naira. That's 25% return on investment in 1 year. But we divide it into 12 months. That means we keep getting monthly cash flow. That means the next month that you're having 100,000 naira as your 60%, you are not going to just 100,000 naira. You're going to be having 110,000 and something. Remember, you're not getting passive income join. So from that passive income also, you remove 60% of it. So you have 40% to live on. 60% of your passive income goes back into investment. So you discover that by the 5th month, you are investing almost the same amount you are getting a salary. You see, that's how you start small and start profitably. Right? So you are not just putting money in a property and hoping for ancient days. And I'm not just saying you come and invest with us in big, right? Basically, what do we put your money into? And this session is going to be like that, giving industry secret. But what are we putting your money into? Primarily, we are acquiring a piece of property that we know we are starting to develop and we are selling. Right? One way we've done that is we've relieved ourselves of the development body. So we have partners, right? We are starting with just investments. What I'm studying about is just finding the right piece of property. That's my own assignment. I have a development partner, GSY Construction. So once we say what can we find the property, what can we build there? They decide to build everything, they start developing. We have our marketing, our brokers partner, marketing partner, they are the one that sell. So when we find property, we know that this property, because of what we're trying to build on it, it will sell. We have people on ground that will sell it. You see how we are able to guarantee that you get your money, you get return on investment. Because we also know that we are going to make profit. Investing with us is not like we just want to dash you. You are investing with us so that we can acquire the property. And as we sell and make profit, you now share in our profit. So it's more like you are tagging along. So you see that, okay, these guys are making good investment. Let me tag along. As they're making profit, let them be giving me part of their share, part of their profits. Basically, that's what you are doing, right? And you can start small with 100K, 150K, 200K, 250K, 500K, as you have it. And you don't have to go and put it in. So, for example, and why am I saying this? I can easily advise you that just buy a plot of land in our estate now and wait for God knows, for example, even our land, you don't even have to wait for too long. That's why we guarantee that in the next 3 years, you should make at least 70% return on your investment. That is, if you resell your property. In fact, we give you contracts, right? We give you, that's how certain we are in what we are trying to do. That in 3 years, you have to sell it for, you can sell it for minimum of this, right? We even buy it back. That means we give guarantee that if nobody's able to buy it back for that amount of money, because we know the kind of development that would have happened in the next 3 years, right? So I can easily advise you to that. Go and buy a plot of Chanzo. That's one of our projects. Go and buy a plot of Chanzo, right? And wait for 3. But I know that you might want to also start getting cash flow. And that's why I said that it is depending on your goal. So if you are like the first case study I said, that someone wants to buy land and hope to resell it higher, I will just tell you, buy a plot. Buy 2 plots. But if I know that, okay, you're still trying to build your capital so that you can get to the point where you can now buy a plot. For example, you can be buying probably a plot every 3 months. Probably a plot every 3 months. One thing that let me use this to wrap up. There's this people that say don't buy anything unless you can buy it 3 times. But real estate people, including myself, I've made it look like real estate is an exception. It's not. Unless that thing will give you cash flow, even if it's land, don't buy it unless you can buy it 3 times. Unless it's going to give you cash flow. You see, these are just simple. So what I'm trying to say is that, you know that if I start buying a plot of land now, forget I can be buying a plot of every 3 months. That is when you are really investing in real estate. So you know that, okay, if your goal is that in the next 10 years, you want to have this amount of money, amount of value in assets. For example, you want to have like 50 million in assets. Then you know that, okay, I want to buy land every 3 months. You know the kind of deal you are looking for. You know the property, you know the kind of land you buy that you can resell and be able to buy the kind of properties you want to buy. But remember, your goal should drive every of your investment decisions. Your goal. So you want to first ask for yourself, how much do I want to have in assets in the next 2 years? And how much do I want to be getting in passive income from these assets in the next 2 years? That will then guide what you put your money into. I'll be able to break down a part today. Tomorrow again, I'll break down another part again. Right? And for those of you who are here and might be saying, oh, I already talked about doing investment, I would like to know more about it. Just DM me offer or send it to 081 let me type the number. Right? You can just send me a DM on WhatsApp 081 777 So whether you have 100K, you have 50K, you have 500K, you have $1 million, and you're looking for what you can invest in and be getting monthly cash flow. Monthly cash flow, I tell you, monthly cash flow. Just DM me offer, and I'll give you more details, right, on that. So tomorrow again, I'll give you, this is just the layer. And by the way, if you want to watch the recording, the replay of this, it will be live on our YouTube channel. Adesina John on YouTube. Just said, but you see it, you can watch it again from beginning to the end. So you can take it in again and understand everything I discussed. Tomorrow I'll be sharing something powerful again with us. Something very, very powerful. In fact, tomorrow I'll be focusing on how to know a profitable deal. How to know a profitable deal, regardless of your capital. Regardless of your capital, how to know a profitable deal. Don't forget what I said. The principle of investing is general. It's not just real estate investing. So once you know the principle of investing, you are just applying it to real estate. So don't let us paint real estate to you like it's one out of this world something. And that's why most people just buy quotes and switch. No, investment is figures. If you are just buying it because it's down is gamble, but investment is figures. Nobody go and buy the company because they like the look. Nobody go and put a money in the company because I like their slogan, or I like the view, or the company makes me happy. Nobody puts a money in the company because of that. Nobody buys the stocks because I like the color of the company. It is because of the figures. So I don't buy real estate because I want to be a landlord, because I want to go. Unless you're already rich and you just want to brag. Yes, but if you want to invest, no, there must be figures guiding you. There must be mathematical analysis guiding you. That if I put this money here, this is what I'm getting out of it. That's when you are investing, right? If you can't, any way you want to invest in real estate, that you can't invest in a business like this, then it's a wrong move, because real estate itself is a business, right? And the way you invest in it, determine what you get out of it. So tomorrow I'll be explaining how to know a profitable deal, regardless of your capital. So don't miss it. 8 p.m. tomorrow. And do well to share with your friends, with your family, on your status, on everywhere. Just share the links for them to register and join us tomorrow. And you can watch the replay, like I said, on YouTube at Adesina John. So see you guys tomorrow. Let me take question. Anybody with question? Let me just take probably one question. Anybody, just raise your hand. Anybody with any question? Just one question before we go. Anybody? There's no question? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. So in the absence of any question, I guess I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have an amazing evening, everybody. Bye.